ahead on and rock y'all to sleep. Y'all know how I do it. Hope everybody had a good day. Tucking themselves in and say your prayers before you go to bed. Y'all come on in. When they come on in, make sure you share, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long tonight because I'm kind of sleepy on myself. Y'all come on, get on in here, man. I got a definite topic tonight. Welcome, 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 welcome. I already know I got something to say before I lay my head on that pillow at night. Y'all come on in. Don't be afraid of the big man with my own bite. All right, man, I'm gonna go and get started, man. I don't need no introduction or nothing like that. First of all, man, I want to say I'm always grateful to be here, bro. Like I said, I always try to think of things, man. They could touch a person hard or whatever, make a person think, man, before they try to make a move or whatever they do out through the day, man. First thing first, man. As people, we have to start appreciating people. We have to stop taking people for granted. That's basically what I want to talk about right now. Give me a chance to set up my little what's name real quick. Cause we do that a lot. We get up, we think everything is gonna be the same way we lived yesterday or 45 minutes from now and things like that. But the truth to be told, man, you can't take nothing for granted. Especially friends, families, situations. It don't matter money. A lot of times, man, we have good people in our life, and we seem to misuse them. When you take people for granted, man, it be too late. You be too late to say you're sorry sometimes. It be too late for you to kind of fix them and put things together. You can't take nothing for granted. Every day, man, when you get up, man, you just got to be grateful and you got to be very, just be passionate about what you do. Be passionate about the people that you hang around with. Even, like I said, even your situation, when God bless you to have things, you have to be grateful for what you have. You got to learn how you doing. For the ones that come on YouTube, please share, comment, and subscribe. The one that's on my Facebook, do the same. You have to learn how to stop taking things for granted. We act like we gonna see somebody the next day. We acting like things gonna stay the same. We don't know. We got to learn how to start appreciating things more in life. A lot of us, we have good things going on in our life, and we seem to complain about that. You can have a good man or a good woman in your life, and then you want to get tired and it get bored and things like that. Listen, man, some people ain't got nobody. Everything ain't gonna be exactly how we want it. We just have to find a way around it. When I think about that with a woman, she might not have everything, but I don't want to take nobody for granted that's gonna be by my side. I don't want to take nobody for granted that if something happened to me, I can call them and ask them for $400-500. I don't want to take that for granted. I don't want to misuse that. I don't want to misuse. I don't like to misuse anything. Not even the social media. That's why I don't come on talking crazy. That's why I try to say the most potent thing to help somebody else, because I don't take nothing for granted. I don't care what it is. I have done it once before. I done been high, but once you start taking things for granted, you'll start losing them. You got to learn how to appreciate the spots that you're being placed in, the people you start to be around, because, man, those things help you grow, whether you like it or not. Situations, people, everything you go with, you can't take it for granted. Or especially some people don't live to get past 16, 17 years old. You can't take that for granted. You can't take it for granted. Everything, you just have to learn how to be appreciative of, and let other people know the same thing. Because, like I said, people in the world, man, if it weren't for some people, we couldn't make it through something. It ain't always about what you know. Sometimes about who you know. So you got to learn how to start being grateful for when you have your father, your mother here, your grandparents, them still here. I know a lot of times we get overwhelmed. We want to rest sometimes. When I get like this, sometimes I still thank the Lord that I have my parents still around to be able to call me. I was just talking to my homeboy not too long ago. I haven't seen him since he'd been home from prison. What crazy, I was just talking about him the day before yesterday or yesterday on what's his name. We was talking, sitting at the bus tournament talking. He went out 5 days before his brother got killed. A lot of times we have family and we don't embrace them like we supposed to. We don't have the family reunions and things like that. At least we can call. At least we can video chat or what they call it, group messages and stuff like that. You just can't take your family for granted. I know sometimes people get, but you gotta understand, life is so precious to have, man. And if you don't take those things for granted, God start giving you more. When you start not taking things for granted, you're gonna get more. We ain't gonna get exactly everything that you want. For the one that's coming on, please share. I'm talking about not taking things for granted. When you lay your head down on your pillow, man, just be grateful that you got a car. Whether if it's a 2020, 2021, 2000, it doesn't matter. You got gas and you got electricity. You can turn your lights on and off in your house. Don't take it for granted, man. You just don't take it for granted because you would never know. You got people that sleeping on the streets. They ain't got nowhere to go. You have some people not in the position that you in, so don't take nothing for granted. Just thank God for everything, every situation, and it don't matter. If you got somebody, man, hold on to what you have and learn how to just, appreciate that. Because if you don't, when you lose it, when you lose that or a situation, then boom. You'll start hoping that you, damn, man, you know how we move so fast. I ain't had time to do this. I ain't had time to do that. And then when you lose a situation or that person, then you like, damn, I should have. It's too late to say that. You can't take nothing for granted, man. I don't care what it is. Clothes, it doesn't matter. When you appreciate things in the life that God give you, when you start appreciating things in your life will start blossoming, growing, because God give you blessings. And when you be ungrateful, not to be when you're ungrateful and you're not grateful for what God do for you, then you lose whatever it is that you do have. Everything. I don't want to take nothing for granted. I don't care what it is. I don't take nothing for granted. If I have something, I take care of it. If somebody do something for me, I love to tell them thank you. I hit them up sometimes, man. I appreciate it. But, oh, man, ain't no thing, D. Yes, it is. I want to let you know I appreciate it. It ain't hard to tell people that you appreciate them. It ain't hard to tell people that you love them. Because I say, as long as you get something, it's okay. It feels good when you can pick up the phone and let people know, hey, man, I want to tell you I thank you. That'll feel good when people call you at work. You might be having a bad day. So I want to call and thank you, man, for what you did for me, man. That makes people feel good. You can't take nothing for granted. It's like, and I get frustrated sometimes. We take things for granted. We listen to the most ignorant things on TV and Facebook, but when it's something that needs to be said for your help, you won't even listen to it. You take everything for granted, but soon as something happens to you, you be crying. You be wanting somebody to be by your side. You be wanting it's not gonna be there because you should have took it then. God put things in people's lives for them to pay attention to. You never pay attention to it. God put people in people's life. You take advantage of everything. You misuse it, and then when you don't have it, I wish I had it. It's too late now. We want triple, double over, and we can't handle all. Instead of being grateful for what we have, we want more. It's all right, man, to want the finer things in life. It's all right to, but sometimes you have to try whatever desires you have in your mind. You have to just let those things go sometimes. That's just the way that you gotta let it go. And be grateful for whatever it is that you blessed with, and then that way that you'll be able to get more. So every day, man, I try to let my friends know. I try to let my family know. Even when I talk to them, I love them. Things like that. I don't take that for granted because I don't know when the door's shut. I don't know. It's a blessing, man. When you got a big family, you got everybody around, people still here. That's that's a good thing, but people don't talk about that. People like to talk more about negative stuff, but you take everything else for granted. You have something you want to get some, you're taking it for granted. The encouragement words, you take that for granted. People that try to come to you and give you uplifting words and read scripture to you, you take all that for granted. But then when times get hard for you, you want them people to pray for you. People trying to pray for you when you ain't going through nothing. People trying to be there for you when you ain't going through nothing, but you reject all of that. I don't reject nothing. You got to start making time for things, even when things ain't going bad in your life, and even when it's going good, you still stop by. Stop by some churches, stop by some people house, because you never know when you're gonna need it. You need that every day out there because we don't know when hard times gonna come. We don't know when the storm gonna come. We don't know when something can happen, the money get low. There it is. You can't take it for granted. You gotta stack it up, save it up. You gotta make sure you keep encouraging things going with you and your friends. That's the way that you protect your life. We don't try to protect our life. When we doing good, we don't be worried about that. When we doing good, we start slow down praying. When we doing good, we start slow down and going over there and hollering at the person that started things with us when we first started. We forget all about them. We forget all about the people when we first started. We forget about, we start getting miscomplacent when we get money. We start getting miscomplacent when we get in high positions in life. We start being ungrateful. At the end of the day, come on now, you gotta be very appreciated of the things that you're receiving now. So when you're doing good, still slow down. You got to slow down. Because before you know it, boom, something happen. And sometimes it be like that. We be moving too fast, we going to work, things going good for us. But at the end of the day, we ain't appreciating nothing. So you got to be grateful for the things that you get. I'm saying that before you lay down, because a lot of times we get up and we focus so much on what we got to do that we ain't paying attention to the things we need to be paying attention to. So we taking it for granted. Oh, it'll be there. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna holler at it tomorrow. You taking things for granted. You don't have the right to say I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that because it don't go that way. And people don't like to hear it, but that's the truth. But if it was something else, you'll cut it on, you'll listen to it. If it was something, I don't. You take everything for granted, but soon something happen to you, you start crying. It's too late to cry. You got to go through it. You take your parents for granted. You take people that's with you for granted. You take your girl for granted. You so far to doing things that don't even matter. You take everything for granted until you lose it. And when you lose it, when you lose a person, you can't get them back. When you start losing limbs and shit like that, down, you can't get that back. You got to be grateful, man, that you can get up in the morning, work. Some people can't do nothing. We take this, our whole body, we take it for granted. That's why I do my best to try to work out. That's why I do my best to try to keep praying. Because I know, man, I want to try to stay, especially mentally and physically prepared for whatever it is. I don't want to take nothing for granted. If I got some friends and they ain't be there to help me and I don't need it right now, I ain't going to take it. I ain't going to take it because I'm trying to be greedy. I don't like to misuse people. I don't take people for granted. I don't care about materialistic things, but at the same time, I'm going to put some up for a rainy day. At the same time, if it's a woman that's helping me and I really don't want it, I'm going to tell her thank you. I'm going to do it back and I'm going to give her something if it's her birthday. It don't matter. We take things for granted. We take a whole lot of things for granted. And then when you see how it is to lose it, you want somebody to mourn with you. Be careful what you do when you up. I understand, maybe, through lifetime, you got children you got to take care of. But the things that you supposed to do, you don't do. And the things that you don't supposed to be doing, we find ourselves doing. Don't take nothing for granted. Especially if your parents still around. Especially if you got a couple of brothers and sisters. Man, pick up the phone and call them. I know we don't have family reunion things no more, but shit, these phones, don't take it for granted. We got to use like second phone just hiding it, man. I tell my cousin Brandon a lot, love you. Whatever we talk, if I see him, same thing. You can't take nothing for granted, man, because it's a beautiful thing to have life. It's a beautiful thing. Don't take nothing. If you gotta, you're not gonna have all the most expensive things. You ain't gonna have the best of everything. Don't take it for granted. Because if you lose what you got, then you back in you put yourself in a depressed state that you don't have to be in. When you learn how to be grateful for what you have, then God can bless you more. He can bless you more. Because he's the only one blessed. But we fight so hard to try to feel good. The only thing you gotta do is just be grateful. Don't take nothing for granted that he give you. I don't care what it is. Because what it is, he gonna always place something in position for you. You got to be grateful. So a lot of times when people do things for me, man, I be so grateful and I don't take them for granted, man. I tell them thank you every time. So man, every guy, man, I appreciate what you did for me, one for you. Oh man, but like I say, you never know when people having a bad day. And when you pick up the phone and tell people you love them, tell people you think about them, just checking on you, man, that make people feel good. Because I know it'll make you feel good. Because sometimes everybody get overwhelmed. This is the world. Sometimes we just need people to talk to. And when people call and check on you and give you encouragement words, that's good. You ain't taking them for granted. You checking on them. We act like we gonna be here forever. We are gonna see you tomorrow. You don't know that. You walk out the door, you take everything for granted. Oh, I'll be right back. You don't know if you're gonna be right back. You don't. It's the honest to God truth. So don't complain. So when you do that, we show our children how to do that, and they don't know how to be grateful for us and all the things that we done and all the work that we done put in. But the people before you, they did the same thing. If your mom and them leaving your houses and stuff like that, man, go fix that stuff up. Don't let that stuff just fall down. But most of all, take care of yourself. Physically and mentally, take care of yourself. Things feel good right now with you going out and doing what you're doing, but man, take care of your body, man, take care of your mind, because once you lose that, you ain't got nothing else. A lot of people lose themselves within partying and having fun. I can do it while I'm young. Oh, no, man. Keep yourself up every day, all day, especially mentally. Because once you start shutting down mentally, your whole body don't even feel the same no more. That's why when I get with people, I don't like to talk negative. I like to talk about the most positive thing. If a person going through something, I like to call and say, man, everything gonna be straight, but to keep doing what you're doing. Sometimes I need it. But I motivate myself and I understand, look, God gonna bless me for whatever it is I need. I ain't gonna take nothing for granted. When people help me or when people buy shirts and things for me, man, I appreciate that because it's their hard-earned money. It's their hard-earned money. When people support you, man, that's their hard-earned money. You got to be grateful for that. Don't complain about, oh, you could have gave me this one enough. If a person give you something, be grateful for that. If it's a man that wants you, he might not have everything you want, but you got to be grateful for that. A woman not gonna have everything you want, but y'all can work towards that. Once you start learning how to be grateful, life will just begin to be more easier. Because you're not searching for so much. Don't take nothing for granted. I don't care what it is, man. I don't care what it is. When you lay your head on your pillow, thank God for the house you have. Thank God for what you have. And everything might not be going the way you want it. But don't take it for granted. Because if you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to work with. Don't take nothing for granted. Sometimes things get bored with a situation. Learn how to spice it up. Sometimes you're going to get overwhelmed. Don't take nothing for granted. Don't take nothing. I'm talking about nothing. Because when you get up in the morning, God give you a second chance to make your life better. You don't take the second chance for granted and go out there and do things and you could have been taking care of business. Time is enough. Time is time. We got to stop taking time for granted. We got to, because that's something that we have no control over. So places that you're supposed to be, just be there. Places you don't supposed to be, don't go. So when you show God how much you appreciate a thing, for sure your blessing for sure coming. I can promise you that. But when you take things for granted, man, it takes so long for you to receive what you're supposed to get. When you do that, when you treat people any kind of way, I do it, I build that, when I'm gonna build that. You know, you ever had somebody just so nice to you, and and you don't treat them the way you're supposed to treat them. You make them wait. You do that. I know a lot of people do that. I would never do nobody like that. Even I don't care if you don't like them. Like I said, you can be friends with them. I mean, let me get this out, give it back to you. You take all day paying it back. You say you're taking things for granted? And this person here for you all the time. Man or woman. Oh man, I really don't even like her. But this is the only person that you can call. This one of the people. When you get in trouble, this person always there. You don't call, you don't check on them. When you get your stuff going, you don't do nothing for them. Oh, I just fuck with them on the no, man. But that's who you need to be fucking with the long way. We take people like that for granted. Situations that'll help us, man, that we overlook, we gotta stop overlooking it. I started sitting back and understanding how life really goes. Because a lot of things that we pay a lot of attention to, it don't even be for us. It be right in our face. And we take it for granted and then be like, dang, man, it was right there. I said, no, it's too late now. Then you gotta wait another 2-3 years to get it right. Bro, I'm grateful for being here. I'm grateful to be able to talk, to try to touch some people's heart. Because like sometimes people go through things and they don't understand. Sometimes people be down, they just need to hear something. And I'm happy that I'm able to do things with it 10 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock. I'm grateful, man. I don't take nothing for granted. The people that come on, I don't take that for granted. I just keep on working and working and working and working until I work my way up. And when I get there, I say, God damn, boy, it took a while. I ain't gonna take it for granted. Peace, love, and joy, man. I'm out.